Yeah, what's this? A Mr. Negative Black Panther deck? What are you talking about, Regis? Black Panther's a 5/5. This is no good in a Mr. Negative deck. Well, that's because this is a budget Mr. Negative deck. And what that means is it's cutting some of the like higher powered stuff you might be used to seeing in a Mr. Negative deck that's series 5, like Gore or Sage, even Cassandra Nova often making the cut. And instead it's putting in this kind of backup plan with Wong, Black Panther, and Odin, which plays really nicely as well with White Tiger, that Wong, White Tiger, Odin line I've talked about forever, how I think it's really underrated and really good, because White Tiger is also good in a Mr. Negative deck. So she kind of fuses these two packages together. And what that means is that you basically have an option. On turn 4, you can either go down a Mr. Negative path, or you can go down a Wong path, depending on, which of those might be in hand, or which payoffs are in hand. If you have Black Panther and Arnim Zola already in hand, it's like, man, Wong looks really enticing. Whereas if you have Jane in hand and say like Iron Man and, Ironheart are still in deck, you might be like, oh, okay, this is clearly a Mr. Negative game. So you've got this kind of decision point every game on turn 4. You could also kind of use that as a snap inflection point as well. And those can each be some really big high-powered win conditions. I will say after playing this, we're going to go on a 10-game run in this video. You guys are just going to see all 10 games I play in order. I found that the Wong line was actually a little more trustworthy and high payout than the Mr. Negative line. So in a lot of ways, this did kind of feel like a Wong deck with Mr. Negative backup plan, but both can, of course, result in some big-time plays. Nobody's going to say a 0-5 Iron Man is bad. Just that sometimes, 1,000 power Black Panthers can happen with Wong, and that is a particularly exciting thing to do. But either way, this deck showed some promising data on Untapped, and you're going to see in this video as well just how this deck can perform even against, higher collection level players, even against refined top meta decks. So if you're somebody who kind of misses Mr. Negative, because this has really fallen out of the meta a lot since that Mystique nerf or buff to 1 power, which of course nerfed it in Mr. Negative decks. It's really fallen out of the meta, but if you miss this deck, or if you're just looking for a good budget deck that seemingly can do some more climbing, this one might prove worthwhile to you, especially after watching this video. If you like it in action, like some of the crazy stuff you can do, this one might be worth a spin. Alrighty, okay. Game number 1. I think this deck's basically gonna have a kind of route where you say, hey, I've got 2 4-drops I can play for, Wong or Mr. Negative. And then I kind of have to decide which one I'm going for, by turn 4, basically. You got to kind of lock in. Hey, speaking of, we do have Jane, so currently Mr. Negative's looking kind of insane. I wonder if you just throw in a Mystique here. I have Iron Man and Ironheart are the good hits. A 3-cost Jane on, say, turn 6 with an Iron Man, I guess is like kind of cool, but at the same time, like, is it going to be worth more than 12? It could be. The opponent could go for 2 Hulks though if they wanted to right now. So it's like maybe it's more about they're going for 3 Hulks. Good God. Okay, I was gonna say, yeah, maybe it's more about positioning where we just like, yeah, we could get a Hulk, but if you're if you're down net 24 anyway, like, or 36, excuse me, like why get the Hulk there? Now hopefully we don't draw Iron Man or Ironheart, because that will definitely help us out. Mr. Negative can just get thrown away here. I'm only gonna have 1 card drawn off Jean though, aren't I? So I like have to draw Iron Man. I didn't play anything else out early. Maybe hand size was a consideration. Oh, we did actually draw the Iron Man. Okay, so this draws me the Ironheart. I could do Iron Man Arnim Zola. That's not gonna work because it's just not gonna work. Iron Man, Mystique, Ironheart, like nothing there is that interesting. Oh dang, guys, this is not looking good, man. I don't know. I don't really see it in the cards here. We know what our final hand's gonna be. Oh, moving that Hulk out actually really sucks too. Dang, dude. I mean, I just don't see it in the cards, man. Maybe if Arnim was, oh, are you serious? People are too scared. We didn't have any chance of winning this game. There is no chance we win this game. I had like no combinations of plays in hand that were any good, right? Just no. I mean, like we had one good location basically. I don't think. I mean, like Iron Man here maybe. With like Mystique here, that's like 20, and then you do Iron Heart, and you hope. But that's literally all you're playing. You hope to get maybe that's 8, and then you maybe go another 3. If you get lucky, is 11, which is still only 22. Maybe you could beat a Silk. Like it's not impossible. I mean, I don't think it's insane for the opponent to be scared. I get it. Negative decks are terrifying, but that's crazy. The power that a Mr. Negative holds, even when your hand is garbage. I wonder if we can learn a little bit from that, both about playing this deck today and playing against negative decks. Like sometimes they don't have it, right? It's like I guess they probably needed to really track how many cards I was drawing. All right, game number 2, the Silence. Sunspot. All right, could be that Jim Hammond Wiccan deck we were playing yesterday. Magic definitely helps. Definitely looks like that Jim Warlock Wiccan. Bar Sinister, they've already kind of locked themselves out a little bit. That could be very powerful us. And then we hit Mr. Negative here. I do guess, yeah, I may actually want to turn off Bifrost so that I can just play Negative and Vormir. That's fine. We don't want the cards moving around. Insane opener for the opponent so far, I gotta say. Like, man, they're hitting nuts. Now, that deck did not have any Limbo plays, right? Even though their Portrait is Legion, unless they teched in a Legion or something. So Negative here is good, but no Jane right now, and only really 2 kind of great hits off the Negative anyway. Snowguard means our Limbo is exposed. There is location manipulation. I forgot about Snowguard, despite putting her in the thumbnail. I wonder if Wong was better this game. Now I'm looking at Wong thinking to myself like, ah, dang, dude, a Wong would have been pretty sick. Artem Zola and Bar Sinister. How does that work? It's really good with Venom, but is it good with other stuff? Wong Ironheart Artem Zola. Does that do anything? Oh, like an Iron Man right would be pretty sweet with like an Artem Zola. If I drew that somehow mysteriously, magically. White Tiger Bar Sinister gives you some. I don't think that's it, right? I mean, I guess it's just Wong, but I know this Limbo's getting turned off next turn, right? Oh, does that help at all? Maybe. I don't know about the cube, but maybe. Oh, it didn't float in the Warlock though. Are they not going to turn off Limbo? We actually drew the Iron Man. Are you serious? So if I get 3 Iron Men. How does that second Artem Zola work though? I get 3 Iron Men, I play an Artem Zola, or, well, yeah, one of the Iron Men goes away. Do I get another Artem Zola? Oh, crap. I don't know how it works, guys. I don't know. I'm just putting Odin here for his stats, right? That's all I'm thinking about is, like, he's just the biggest guy. I don't know if I want... Maybe I do Odin first just in case that Artem Zola hits another Artem Zola somehow and goes here. I don't know how that works. I'm going to do this. I have no idea what's about to happen, though, to be honest with you. But we did hit the nuts off our natural draws. They did not go for the turnoff of Limbo. Wow. Okay, well, that actually kind of makes my life worse, maybe. I actually don't know, though. I guess we'll find out. It's crazy how the... Oh, I was going to say, the new one wasn't flipped. But it is. It's just delayed animation. I honestly have no idea now. Now I'm actually a little scared again. We know we have, you know, She-Hulk stuff. We didn't ever see Galactus' first steps, though. Does a second Artem Zola come out? It does. Does it hit an Iron Man or an Artem Zola? That's the question. That's good news. Okay, that's great news. Because now that's just becoming a ridiculous amount of power to beat. If that hit another Artem Zola, things maybe got weird for us. But as it stands here, like, we don't expect this deck to have any way to really beat this, right? This is honestly Artem Zola, so that's not that good. I think you maybe just go... Maybe just White Tiger. Yeah, I would say it maybe doesn't matter. Okay. All right, dude. We hit the nuts draws, honestly. Wow. 2 games down, 2, I would say, lucky wins, honestly, in a weird way. You know, like, kind of doing what we want, but still, I feel like sort of lucky wins. Yeah, Psylocke's interesting, right? Can get either Wong or negative down early. This deck does not run Ravonna. It's part of what makes it more of a budget deck. Also, just I think to make room for the kind of, you know, backup plans here of Wong, White Tiger, Odin, Panther stuff. So I guess we'll go Psylocke Quantum Tunnel. I think that's fine. You know, you never know. It might be useless, but it might be good. Could be negative, could be Wong. Wong is kind of weird in Quantum Tunnel, but probably okay. Shuffling Ironheart and stuff back in would be fine with me. Mystique would be the low roll here. Jane would be kind of pointless. Iron Man's good cheat. I'll take it. Arnim Zola now becomes kind of interesting. Even Ironheart is now pretty good, I would say. We might redraw some things. Oh my goodness gracious, that's a good draw on turn 4. Wow, or turn 3. Oh my god. Turn 3. Oh my god, turn 3, Psylocke. You are a saint. We might redraw Psylocke, but it's fine. Here, I guess Jane's the hit. Oh my good god, dude. Actually, I draw nothing. Wow, I wonder if the opponent noticed that or not. I don't know if I want this game to go to Magic. I have a good White Tiger. That's kind of my best hit. I'm kind of worried about their scaling, though. I don't know if I want the Magic to go off here, man. I mean, I have Panther, Arnim Zola if I have an open location, so that's like a good finish too, I guess. Ironheart here shouldn't screw me in that, or excuse me, White Tiger, Ironheart here shouldn't ever screw you in that case. I think that would be fine. Psylocke also totally fine. We might just go Panther Odin as well, because like mid feels pretty good. Like it's hard for them to get points there, minus the zombie horde specifically, right? I guess Werewolf can drop in points too, though. This location is honestly pretty weak. Oh, well, it's getting stronger because of Stark Industries, so, but a lot of that is going on the Werewolf as well. I don't know, man. This is a hard call. Like, do you trust mid? I get a White Tiger. I mean, does playing Magic help me is another question, right? Like, if you get White Tiger, there's no Mystique that's really very interesting. Opponent is snapping based on, you know, this length of game. I don't know, man. I'm really nervous about mid because I think dropping a Werewolf in there is actually pretty achievable. And I only have 26. I mean, if you maybe go for Arnim Zola instead of Odin, that would be a way to do some surprise power mid they might not expect. But do they expect Arnim Zola? You know, that's the question. And then do you win the second spot? Because you're only at like 20, you know. If I did this, honestly, maybe I should have done it the other way where I put the Panther right, huh? Oh, bro, that changed some interesting dynamics. That makes my life even worse for going right. Because they're already at 20 and potentially going to scale further. Mystique, as we know, does nothing. Do they just move this Werewolf out? Do they think I'm going to Arnim Zola and they say, ah, no. They're going to try to get big here, and then I just get big enough, maybe? Like, do they give this up? I think they might give this up, right? Where they say, oh, he's going to Arnim Zola, you know? Do they think about Arnim Zola, right? That's the question. There is something like this where, you know, we could do this route instead, and it's like, hey, you've got, you know, 16 points left. Maybe more with Ironheart, I guess. I would probably do it in a different order, right? I would probably do like this to get a little stronger there. But then, like, there's no, like, the White Tiger is the biggest card at 5. It's not that big. I think going for a juke here is the play. I think there's a good chance we lose, but I think it's the play. Let's hope they think I'm gonna Arnim Zola and they go, you know, to beat that as opposed to beating Odin. So they maybe develop, you know, like 10 points left or something and think it's enough, and then finish with like Werewolf right to beat the Arnim Zola play. I don't think that's what happened, unfortunately. It seems like they're really doubling down mid. Although I don't know, that Werewolf's not gonna. Oh, wait a minute, hold up. Dude, the remote mines, by the way, are insane. Can I just say that? Oh, Spider-Man also insane. No, we got so farmed. They really could have done anything here in one, I think, dude. Honestly, like, well, yeah. Weirdly, yeah. I mean, this worked out pretty well for them. This was the best Prowler game I've ever seen, by the way, man. I still maintain Prowler's. I think Prowler's good. I think people are going to interpret me being softer on Prowler as like a hater. I'm not. I think Prowler's a good card. I want to clarify that. Like, I think he's pretty good. I don't think he's completely busted like everybody says. And the data is still holding true there. 0.06 average cubes, 51.9% win rate. Just to me says, hey, solid, good card, nothing crazy. That said, this was the first game where I felt like he was crazy because the amount of negative points he pulled off mid was nuts. By the way, 29 to 26 would have held left if not for the Spider-Man. Like, this was kind of the thing we were talking about, right? Like, getting slightly big enough left. This game just went weird. You know, Arnim Zola right might have been a better line for us too in hindsight, although, you know, maybe Spider-Man would have disrupted that equally on the right side as well. It's, you know, it could have messed us up regardless. They had the counter, so. All right, sorry, I got a late start here. I do actually wonder if Mystique is worth it in Mojo World because you need cards there. I don't currently have a Magic either, so it's like, I don't really have time to play that. I'm gonna go negative Jane. I also just, like, how hard do you even want to contest that, right? This is a deck that's really good at getting this stuff out. So I'm gonna draw Iron Man and Ironheart. I guess another reason to play Mystique is actually hand size, wasn't it? I didn't even think about that, but that's definitely relevant as well. Misery, the leading Mr. Fantastic. Okay. Playing a lot of zombie horde decks today, man. Coming out of nowhere. Coming out of the woodwork. Iron Man hit. So if we go Iron Man left, like, what are we looking at, right? We're looking at like 28 points. It's pretty good. I would not say that's a guaranteed win, but it's pretty good. No magic, so like I'm gonna be playing like what elsewhere, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have anything else to win elsewhere is the problem. Do I need to win a different spot? Horde might go locked in left. They might try to protect that though too. This draws Ironheart, and then I've got like Odin, Ironheart. Mystique does on reveal again, right? Can I turn her into Iron Man? I think maybe, yes, actually. I think I maybe can. That's gonna be an interesting play I've never made before. Oh, Phoenix Force, Mr. Fantastic. This is crazy, dude. All of these hits are practically for Mr. Fantastic, man. They didn't activate the first loop first, though, did they? I think they could have had a bonus activate there. I guess maybe when he comes back, though, I think his activate is used, if that's true. So they probably have it either way. Oh, dude, no, I was gonna learn something. I think if we play Iron Man, our opponent is just like, dude, it's crazy how many free wins you get with this deck. They're tilted, but they shouldn't have been. This was a very winnable game for them. They just gave up too fast because we're a budget version. We don't have the crazy high-powered results people expect. I think if we play Jane, what we would do next turn is play like Ironheart left, okay? Then play Iron Man mid, okay? And then you play Odin left. I think because the Odin has not fully resolved, I think when Mystique's on reveal goes off, she will have seen that Iron Man is the last card played, and then will become an Iron Man. And then I would have Odin, Ironheart's, you know, like 12 power, and I think I'd have an Iron Man for 24, plus hopefully some Iron Man or Ironheart hits as well to get you up to like 30. But they're already at 19. That said, you know, I don't know where Horde's going. I don't know where Fantastic is going. Sometimes you just win by playing this, like the 2-card win condition, man. It's crazy. Somebody tell me if that's worked. I've never played Odin in a Mr. Negative deck before, so I've never tried this. I just know based on the way on reveals, sometimes the last card check, I think, doesn't happen until that card's fully resolved or whatever. I don't know. That's true. I think that's true with stuff like Jubilee and like, I don't know. I think like Jubilee Blink, for instance, like Blink sees the card before the Jubilee, right? So wouldn't Odin Mystique see the card before the Odin? Isn't that kind of the same thing? If I'm even remembering that interaction right, but I think maybe it would have been really fun to see, but everybody retreats when they see Jane. I think Jane is holding too much power over the populace right now. Mr. Negative decks aren't really quite where they were, and if they knew I was playing a budget version, they would have felt a lot more confident in that game. It's responsible, I think, to abandon that game, but all at the same time, like, you know, they sure had a shot. What is my record, by the way? I totally forgot to check. We are, I wanted to do a 10-game run here because I just don't have time to record a lot today. It's holiday weekend and a lot has been going on. I've been out, so I wanted to just do a quick 10-game run and see how we did. We're 3-1. Oh, okay. Great news. That's awesome. That's good news too. Do you play the Ironheart down early even though she doesn't hit anything? I don't currently have a Jane to draw. I mean, we have Odin, so you can always get back to her later, right? It's not that crazy. Ooh. Also have Wong now, too. We could go Wong. Wong Panther is its own separate thing here. Do we trust that more than Mr. Negative right now? Because Iron Man's already in hand. Jane is not in hand. This is something I was talking about earlier in the video. I think you need to decide by turn 4 like where you're going, right? Like which deck are you right now? Which deck? Oh, interesting. So that draws me only Arnim Zola though. It's like, how do you win with Mr. Negative? You don't, right? You just don't win. I think you just go Wong here and you Black Panther and you just hope to draw the Arnim Zola for this route instead, right? But I just don't see how Mr. Negative's worth it. It's too much down tempo. We don't have Magic. Like if we had Magic, I'd feel a little more confident again. But you know, if we had for sure Iron Man in the deck, I'd feel a lot more confident again. But without those two things, I just don't see it. Wong almost holding down Grand Prix here. Only 6 power from the opponent. Ezekiel and Prowler. They got all the new fun stuff, man. I'm jealous. Yeah, I think since they don't have disruption, they might just get scared of this, honestly. Like this could be another one where they're like, God dang it. Oh, it's not gonna be one of those. Does it go left? It does go left. They do have disruption. Juggernaut beats us. Does White Tiger ever win this game? Should I have gone White Tiger anyway? Without Odin, I don't think so. There's no way White Tiger wins this game, even if both go mid. You just don't see that happening, right? I mean, we'll play it out. We don't care, but that's definitely the best move. There's no question. We didn't hit Arnim Zola anyway, so this wasn't going to work out. Now I'm kind of wishing, you know, maybe we'd gone White Tiger the turn before. Uh-oh, I'm sending Silk mid. That's going to make life a little... No, actually, we... needed to hold left though without a tiger, so I don't think. Oh, that's not gonna help. Yeah, that's not gonna help. Dude, if this had been Odin, that would have been kind of funny though. Shockingly, kind of. Oh yeah, Silk went back there. Yeah, shockingly not too far off. I mean, 11 to 15. I mean, we didn't do anything this game, right? I just tempoed an Ironheart, which actually ended up costing me points. Kind of sadly ended up hurting us. Juggernaut there denied our win condition and the ability to scare the opponent away though. All right, so through 5 games, we're 3-2. I mean, you know, I don't expect to have a crazy run with this deck because, you know, budget players presumably will be playing other budget players in many cases. I'm a budget player playing lots of really, really powerful players. So Mr. Negative, but a lot of good stuff in hand already, right? Iron Man, White Tiger, 2 of the better hits for us. We still have Zola, Ironheart as draws for Jane. Mystique's nerf here really what I think took a Negative down a big peg and made this deck notably less popular and worse, but still good deck, I think. Ooh, that could be powerful for us kind of in any way. Psylocke, yeah, we don't have that many cards to put in Shuri's Lab, so wasting one with a 2 power card is not a huge issue, I don't think. And Iron Man can spike a lot of power there too. Oh, the turn 2 Mr. Negative, let's go. It really still doesn't have that many insane hits, but 3 good cards, you would say. A couple bad ones with Jane and Odin, but Magic also okay, I guess. This does let me also put down a Wong though, which is cool. Now, the Clea Flames debuffs are gonna be potentially quite scary against an Iron Man location. Wong, White Tiger, Odin though is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Don't really have anything to do on turn 4 ever. Maybe Magic, Shuri's Lab. Is that worth it? Probably not. Black Panther Odin left would be super sick, but you'd have to win another spot somehow, you know? That's not going to be easy. Timing wise too, we don't currently have Magic, so. Squirrel Girl, so full zoo package here it seems. Polymorph hitting Penny Parker. Wow. It's actually a great hit because the spider now doubles again on Shuri's Lab, you know. Merges in and then doubles. That's really nice stat doubling, basically giving each of these, one of these, another big double. Ooh, Magic I guess we'll take, yeah. Wish I had priority, but they might not play that merge this turn. So this is probably still worth it. I am kind of running out of time for White Tiger to be impactful because I need to play, like, if I want to play an Iron Man in particular. Currently, I've drawn nothing good for Mr. Negative. I need to find Ironheart or Black Panther. Even Arnim Zola here seems pretty bad without a Panther anyway. They went for Spider already, and they hit the Clea. Jeez, is that ticked twice now because of Shuri's Lab? crazy hit, dude. 1 and 3 snipe to get 2 extra flames. That is actually an insane hit. Like, good God, man. I'm a little annoyed they played it now because I, you know, already was like hoping they waited, and then, you know, we turned that off altogether. But then they actually hit the insane target too. Like, and you know, we have omniversal presence problems on top of that. Does Arnim Zola win me the game if I draw it here? You can actually go Odin as well, but it's kind of weird. I mean, yeah, it probably does. You go to 80. But if nothing else, the opponent's going to be terrified. You could also go for your White Tiger route, but I just don't think it's going to be big enough, right? Like another 18 here, you're not even winning. You're not even winning. So I think you got to scare them with Panther. Panther looks sick, by the way, with a negative. I've never seen that before because it's really weird to have, you know, Panther in a negative deck. That's a bit unusual, but he looks cool. He's Series 3, right? I think everything in this deck was Series 3 or less. Oh my good God, dude. Why on earth? Unbelievable. Well, that's going to make life real hard. I don't know. They did move Clea, though, so I don't know. That gives you, like, some options left. Now I'm really wishing I'd gone White Tiger again, but I guess without the Wong in particular, it would have sucked. Ironheart. I mean, it's only 9 points left. That's a 1-point swing. You know, obviously, there's 12 more points in there somewhere, but we don't know where. I mean, yeah, we'll play it out. I'm assuming Limbo's turning off, so I'm just going here. Actually, if the opponent has priority, I'm gonna re-Limbo, aren't I? I'm gonna re-Limbo. No, it won't work. It won't work. It won't work. It doesn't work at all. It's not like you can't use it. It just doesn't work at all. No, that would be so sick if it worked, though. No, we lose for sure, right? There's no way. That Enchantress is a killer. That even removes any, like, the opponent might be scared. That would be the one way we win if they retreat, but I don't think they should be. I think they're in a pretty good spot. We know they've got a ton of flames. We know they've got a ton of, like, well, we assume Omniversal Presence is hitting. If it's not, honestly, in a weird way, it might make my life worse. I don't really have a good follow-up. I mean, even like a Mystique's not very good, so. All right, so we're just straight up relying on Ironheart hits right and left here. That's the only way we win. Has to be good Ironheart hits. I need 2 right. And I need a couple left, maybe 2. Oh, no way. This guy is the greatest player. I'm so tilted. He's so good. They only would have had 12 points if not for the monster, man. Unbelievable. We missed right anyway, so it doesn't matter, dude. It just, like, this is unbelievably unlucky for us, dude. God, they hit everything. The insane Penny Parker, which, you know, that was a random roll. It hit the Clea, which is an insane random roll. The Monster Lands, which I'm a little less tilted because we didn't hit right anyway. You know, we needed one more hit right to hold that. Mr. Negative ate a hit. We didn't want to hit. Like, just pick every card that you randomly roll into, opponent. Gap, more like God. Dang, dude. That pushes us down to 3 and 3. I'm a little nervous this deck's gonna finish negative, dude. I don't know. I'm a little it's gonna finish negative. All right, Psylocke into Wong is great. You could even do a Wong Mystique, maybe. We haven't done that much, but it's pretty sick with a White Tiger, honestly. That's its own win condition. As long as the opponent doesn't have a random Enchantress for no apparent reason, we'll be quite happy. Windjet. Okay, I can put a Psylocke there since we kind of matched that. Oh, opponent's gonna see a White Tiger. We're gonna see an Annihilus. All right. I mean, getting an Annihilus against an Annihilus opponent can be quite valuable because, you know, you just flip it all right back to them as long as you have the last Annihilus. But they're gonna know that I have the last Annihilus, which is gonna make, you know, their Annihilus timing perhaps a little different. I mean, we definitely go Wong here if we don't hit negative. If we do hit negative, he might actually be better right now. We don't have Jane, but a lot of good stuff in the deck still. Although we are running out of the ability to draw stuff off negative. Annihilus again. Okay. There's an Odin, which does make, you know, potentially White Tiger even better. It does mean you really don't necessarily need the Mystique, I'll say. Oh, actually, no, hold up. This is their Patriot card, isn't it? I just realized. This is not really their card. Okay, so they're not actually an Annihilus deck. There are some like Quinjet. Well, no, I didn't say Quinjet werewolf stuff. No, that makes less sense. This is clearly the same border. Is it the same? It's not the base art though. No, maybe it's not. Maybe I actually don't think it is. This is their card, right? Because oh yeah, no, this was played on turn 2. Oh no. White Palace came out on 2. No, this is their card. I'm losing my mind. That's all. Don't worry. Don't fret. I mean, do you go Magic? I don't really need to, is the crazy thing. Is like White Tiger Odin just fills my board with tigers. You go to 29 left, which looks really good. I think we don't. Even if the Odin doesn't, like if I need to do something other than Odin, I actually can. I can just, you know, I don't know what I would do. Maybe Black Panther mid. Like I'm gonna have enough tigers, I might not even need it. You know, I don't think anything else is gonna be bigger than Odin except Black Panther. Okay. God dang, the disruption lately is really tilting me, man. I guess Odin became great again though. Like that's fine. Odin will just be what we need to do. It doesn't win mid is the only problem, but surely that's okay, right? Like they can't beat. I mean, I guess unless this just totally misses left. Is this actually better? Can they beat all 3 spots, right? We don't know what their Iron Patriot card is one of the only problems. I think Odin's probably safer with priority. I just need one of them to go left is all, because I'm giving mid, you know? I don't see how they beat a 13-point lead left, assuming one of these goes left. We get 4, right? So we could have... Oh, no, we're guaranteed. Oh, there's 4. Oh, we're guaranteed. I'm dumb. Woo! We're guaranteed. It's 3-1. We're guaranteed. I was thinking with long disruption, but we're just totally guaranteed. No, it's fine. This was absolutely the play. Really hard to deal with these. No, like, you know, Shang-Chi stuff, whatever. Yeah, okay. Woo! Getting tilted, dude. I'm getting tilted by disruption. Juggernauts, cannonballs, all that garbage. But we're back up to 4 and 3. I don't know how many of these wins feel like we've won them versus just kind of stumbled into them, but that one was a decisive win, I think, actually, for once. Bifrost. Okay, we got... Oh, this is an interesting hand. Yeah, I gotta say, I am kind of liking the Wong side of this deck a little better for the moment. Oh my goodness, Luke's Bar on Psylocke. Is that... I don't really think we need to do that. I'd rather just get cards into Bifrost and win Luke's Bar. You know what I mean? Well, I guess White Tiger's also very good at that. So either way, I don't know. But this might be a bonus point there when we don't need a lot of points there. They're getting Mystique. 3-3 Mystique doesn't seem too terrifying, does it? Baxter building. Okay, that might be good if we find a Panther. Kind of like last game we were trying to do the double thing with Panther, but also I just kind of trust the White Tigers to win left and mid. You know, four White Tigers is 36 points. That's very, very powerful against most decks. That's kind of impossible to beat, especially, well, if you don't hold Baxter building 32, I mean, they're just playing Mirages though, so it's like, what are they really up to here? Actually, do we like Ironheart better since we're gonna have Odin presumably? Like that's enough White Tigers anyway, right? Oh, opponent's just done already. Dude, this deck, well, everybody just retreats against us. It's like if you have an uncontested turn 4 play, people are just done. I don't know for sure if this is better because this does give you like full Tigers, of course. This is like a little bit of a different direction, but also a lot of points because like this is 6 points, but you know, on the Odin, it's a lot more. Well, 12 points already, right? But then on the Odin, it's even more. So like this is already going to 8. This is better at winning Baxter building, I'll say. But you only have, you know, 4 Tigers from Wong, Tiger, Odin. Well, no, do you get 4? Yeah, you get 4 Tigers, because it's 2 each loop. Odin loops twice. Yeah, you'd have 4. I mean, 4 Tigers is still crazy competitive, and you'd be strong, right, because of Iron Hearts. I think this is probably a little better to win Baxter building too. Like it should cover, but the opponent just playing a lot of Mirages with nothing to do, I guess. Like the Mystique's just killing their hand. So guys, we're already 5 and 3. We can't go negative in the negative deck. I will say we are negative on cubes, but that's because I'm playing out games we know we're gonna lose. So that's you know, don't expect that result yourself. You should be retreating games you know you're gonna lose, but We are winning a lot of games that we maybe shouldn't win, to be honest, too, though. So it's, giving you an honest portrait of the deck here. Play with your own discretion, as always. You're seeing it live. But I do feel like the Wong, Tiger, Odin line is proving much more consistent. Oh, the opponent has already decided to snap. They love their hand and or Crimson Cosmos. They must have hit a 1-drop and Wiccan, and they're like, yep, let's go. No 1-drop, no Wiccan. Okay, not that. Maybe we turn off Aunt May's. Be nice to benefit from it first, but I don't know. I guess if the opponent already plays there, maybe we... Oh, it's a discard deck. Okay. Those can be scary, yes, but we can definitely get some crazy big numbers. We already have the potential for crazy big numbers. I don't even need magic if I go this route. Discard decks are very bad at disruption, typically. I don't think I want the game to go to 7 turns. Well, if I do, I can just do the Odin again, too, though, is the thing. But I get priority? No, they might get a free Aunt Maze here. 50-50, sad. We'll just go Wong, Panther, Zola, Odin. Yeah, that's fine. It's great. That's, like, impossible to beat. They could maybe beat me with Gambit is the only thing, right? Wow, Dakin, Aunt Maze is nuts. Like, what an insane 50-50 to lose. I can't really catch a break this run other than my opponent's retreating. Like, that seems to be going well, but everything else is like, forget it. If they have Gambit, we could definitely lose. Like, anything other than Gambit, I feel okay. Gambit's the only kind of counter, but, if they wait to Gambit till late in particular, then I will have a lot of bodies on board that aren't the Panthers, right? Like, I'll have Odins, Zola, Magic, Longs, like a lot of junk that might help out. So it might be okay. So we Odin on 6, then we just, or excuse me, Zola on 6, and then Odin on 7 on the Zola. He rolls back over. This all goes swimmingly most of the time, especially if you catch the extra Zola loop. We actually even have priority here, which is great. We want Wong going again. We want Wong going again. We want 80 Power Panthers already, and then we want Odin to take them even further beyond. This will be our first spectacular win, assuming it goes well and we don't get screwed by Gambit. I don't know if this deck needs Gambit. It looks like more of a full-on, Dakin Bullseye combo thing, but it definitely could. Oh my god, we actually even hit the Wong. Wow, we're really good. So if we do get a Gambit, there are, like I said, now 4 useless bodies on board for Gambit to hit, which is nice. It's really just the Panthers that are, the key targets here. Lady Sif, Red Skull gone. That's a great portal card. Dakin again. I mean, yeah, like we said, guys, we just ship it, right? I would say there's like maybe an argument to like playing an Ironheart or something here. I don't even know, but I just want to ship it. I don't care. If they have Gambit and they beat us, like, go for it, dude. The way this run's been going so far, it wouldn't shock me, man. It would not shock me, but as far as like opponent's luck, like the run has actually gone okay, but RNG has not been on our side. Let's put it that way. There's no way the Dakins can outscale this. Like, we're on different planets. Absolutely different video games being played right now as far as scaling on the Dakins is concerned. So even that 50-50 flip, I don't think can hurt us. It's really just Gambit. But even more bodies on board now with the Odins. This is a ridiculous amount of power, by the way. It's just so ridiculous, dude. 1,293 power. And then Gambit's gonna come in and delete it. Oh, Iron Man is cool. That is actually sick, dude. Iron Man is so sick, but again, just different planets, yeah. They're just not getting there. Dakins are cool, man. Very cool, but dude, it is so hard for them to lose this game under any normal circumstance. 43 and 78 is ridiculous power numbers. I mean, ridiculous numbers. This wins 99% of games. We just happen to have the absolute crazy rolls here. Again, I like this deck better when it's not a negative deck. It's cool that it has the 2 separate win conditions, but hey, that put us to 6 and 3, by the way, which means we're guaranteed to have a positive win rate, and we also currently have a positive cube rate, despite staying in some of those known losses, right? Like, that's That's pretty cool that we've managed to pull it together like this. Surge. Okay. We do have negative Jane right now. It's kind of interesting. All right, Surge. Yeah, King E-Tree, make me think skills. Odin, it's a sick portrait actually. Could be, it's actually airship, I didn't even look. No. 10 cards in deck makes me think Agamotto though, for sure. Agamotto, Hawkeye, so we're thinking like Werewolf by Night probably. Ooh, Triskelion's weird for us because hand size becomes a thing. Ah, man. I guess we just throw out a Mystique for garbage then, don't we? Yeah, man's... I just noticed, by the way. It's turn 5. Could it happen? I doubt it, but maybe if you catch a weird, you know, I don't know, you catch a weird, did we go negative then? Like, is negative a little better? I mean, I do have some good hits in hand, to be honest. Some really good hits in hand. Opponent has snapped, which totally makes sense. I don't blame them. I don't really have good Wong plays right now is the thing, right? Like, Wong and Odin are cool, but that's it. I'm going to be really torn between Jane and Galactus next turn, man. Galactus getting a little worse looking, it looks like. Yeah, that's gonna put him at 6 already always. So Galactus is gone. No more Galactus. I guess that means Jane then, right? Ooh, do you like magic better first? They don't have a Merlin down. Jane on 6. I mean, yeah, it's definitely intriguing. Gotta figure out where Jane goes. I'm probably trying to win mid and right because left has got the negative there. We don't have like crazy power scaling, you know, we don't have like Sage, Gore. So it's hard to go like crazy wide. Oh, I don't know if that was a good hit on that actually was a location that benefited me a fair bit. I don't know if I should have done that actually, but I also, I don't know, I wanted to leave space left, so I'm like torn, right? Panther is actually, by the way, a better negative card than you think about. Not still perfect. So Jane is drawing Ironheart. Okay, so Jane is drawing only 2 cards actually. Shoot. These 2 random extra cards in hand are making us much worse at this, aren't they? I need to get Iron Man and Ironheart, but I still don't know if it's enough to win. Ironheart Odin's pretty good, but nothing crazy. I'm just actually wondering, like, is there a better play somehow with like Wong? I don't see how. No, I don't think so. I feel like Clea's gonna screw me somehow too, though. Oh god, Gore mid. Oh boy. Gore is big. Okay, actually Artemzol is interesting. If I could hit the Panther, oh my god, this could be a wicked 50-50. Maybe putting the Psylocke here was a huge mistake because this would be a wicked 50-50, dude. Wow, would that be a wicked 50-50, dog? Is that the best play? Like, does Iron Man mid, for instance, win? I don't think so, right? That seems wrong. Because you could do that, and then, I don't know, some other stuff. I think you got to hit this 50-50, to be honest. Left, what is he, 12? He's 24 left. I mean, Werewolf's moving. That actually could hold. I think we got to hit this 50-50, and now we've maybe learned something. Maybe you always preserve a spot for Panther and put Psylocke left. I think we've actually learned something along the way, too. All right, we're going to rip this. What is this left behind? It's going to be 9 and 5. Yeah. Do you put the Iron... I don't think Iron Man ever wins mid, so you don't put the Iron Man in first. If you miss Panther, you lose. There's no reason to make those odds worse. Like, yeah, you could have an Iron Man backup, but I think you lose mid anyway, so it's like, why bother? Oh, God. Oh, I think even Panther loses mid now. But I don't have to win mid, actually. I can win right and left. If we hit Panther, we can win right and left. Mid is... oh, God. Don't copy that Psylocke now. It's even worse. Can I win right? Panther is Werewolf by Night. Yeah, I think we can still win it, right? Come on, big time 50-50 to finish this video. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. We've had such bad luck. Come on, baby. Yes! Do we win right, though? I don't know. I think that Psylocke might cook us. I don't think we do win right. I think we lose. I think we lose right because we don't have enough. We're only going to 18. Dang, dude. Dang, dude. Winds of Watum screwed me. We'd have a 28 without wins. Dang, dude. Close game, though. We hit the 50-50, which is nice for once. Yeah, we'd have 28 with wins, and we'd win. Oh, man. I think we still maybe made a mistake. Like, just having this card here was an error. I think it should have been left. Wins might have gone left in that case, but looks like we would have been fine. Although, of course, that could change where Werewolf ends up, too, so who knows. But, yeah, close one. I think opportunity for improvement, though, and the opponent did have a pretty insane game, which usually happens when you give Limbo out, but still some good hits for them. Okay, so we finished 6-4. Unfortunately, again, staying in a losing game has put us negative on cubes, but I think you would have ended up positive with some proactive snapping, number one, and leaving. I think I stayed in 2 4-cube games we did not need to be in. So 60% win rate against crazy high collection level decks for a Series 3 Mr. Negative deck. My verdict, though, is that the negative side of this, I mean, it has big plays. Like you just saw, actually, this game was an example of a pretty big possible play. Like you can do some silly stuff, but I think I like the Wong side a little better, honestly. But I've always been a Wong, White Tiger, Odin truther. I think that's crazy powerful, underrated in general, especially these days without as much Enchantress. Although we did see some like Juggernaut Cannonball stuff today, which was annoying. But anyway, definitely a promising deck for Series 3 and less. And really not even that many Series 3 cards, probably. Actually, quite a few. No Series 4, no Series 5, still competing. Pretty cool. When normally, you know, these decks have Gore and Sage and a lot of cards that are kind of hard to get to. That, you know, it also, like, you know, maybe you don't even want to use in other stuff all that much. I mean, Gore definitely has some playability, but saving yourself a few hits that are a little bit harder to get. Cassandra Nova, Ravona, yeah. Quite a few things that are otherwise more expensive for these lists. Avoiding those does take you, a little weaker, but still a lot of potential, as you can see. So anyway, that's that, man. Mr. Budget, Mr. Negative. There it is. Thanks much, as always, for watching, and I guess I will see you around.